With breaking news, Mmusi Maimane says he is pleased that the party has reached an amicable decision with outgoing City of Cape Town Mayor Patricia de Lille. Well, Cape Town Mayor Patricia de Lille is to resign on the 31st of October 2018 following a long battle with the DA. A DA leader, Mmusi Maimane, announced this at a joint media briefing earlier.
Today is a very significant day and a very historic day. And in many ways, I'm grateful that we've come to this point on a day such as this one. I'm pleased to announce that, in fact, the Democratic Alliance and Mayor Patricia de Lille have come to a mutual agreement that, in fact, resolves the question of the leadership of the DA government in the city of Cape Town. Fellow South Africans, this has been a long and a particularly difficult journey. This matter has gone on for a number of months, and it's certainly for me as leader of the DA not desirous of matters being dragged on for so long. It's attracted the attention of, it's sapped the energy of too many people, and I want to say it is not the way I like for our organization to operate. And I've always wanted to make sure that we always place citizens at the top, and we make the people of this country know without a shadow of a doubt that our focus is always on them, putting them first and ensuring that the city of Cape Town operates optimally. I would have wanted this matter to be finished a lot earlier, and it's taken us a long time, and for that I truly apologize. I want to ensure that ultimately, as any leader and as an individual, our commitment has always been and will remain building an alternative to the ANC that builds a South Africa that is one South Africa for all, a party of all races, a party of a diverse South Africa that puts that alternative to the people of our country. And in this instance, I believe that this resolution ensures that we can continue with that project. It ensures that we can effect accountability, but it also ensures that we place the interests of the people of Cape Town first. Mayor Patricia de Lille has agreed to resign as Mayor of Cape Town, effective from the 31st of October in 2018.
De Lille says that the city of Cape Town will continue to function as normal despite her stepping down. She says that there will be a smooth transition of power.
I'm very pleased to announce today that I've reached an agreement with the Democratic Alliance, as a leader has said, because I've always maintained that I'm innocent and that the allegations against me have never been proven. And this is why I always insisted on opening up the disciplinary hearing to the media. Now that the charges have been dropped and withdrawn, I can now get on with my life and invest the additional time that I will have on focusing on the real reason why I accepted the position as mayor in the first place, which is to build a better city, to build a better country, to build an alternative to the ANC, and to make sure that we save our country. I remain committed to investing whatever little time I have to complete the project towards the transformation of the city of Cape Town. As Mmusi has mentioned, I have agreed to resign as mayor as from effective the 31st of October. And one of the motivations for me is that our country is facing massive challenges. The cost of living increase on a daily basis. More and more South Africans are walking our streets without a decent job. And the massive inequalities in our country still exist in our societies today. So what our country needs more than ever before at this point in time of our history is for leaders to put their differences aside and work even harder to address the historical imbalances of the past. Now, whilst I've been fighting for my rights to prove my innocence, and although I was ready to proceed with the disciplinary hearing, I also realize that this fight between myself and the DA cannot continue forever. And now that the DA have withdrawn the charges against me, I've cleared my name. I've decided to step aside and look into the future. But I also want to use this opportunity to express my deep and sincere gratitude to the thousands of people in Cape Town and indeed around the country that have supported me throughout this difficult time. And most of the time I drew my strength from that support that I have received, and I am internally grateful for that support, and I want to thank all South Africans. I definitely remain committed to serving the people of this beautiful country. I'm a real patriot. I love my country, and I will continue to serve my country. But then I also want to thank the leader, Mmusi Maimane, and the DA for the opportunity that I got to serve as the mayor of the city of Cape Town. It has been more than 6 years now. I've certainly grown a lot. I've learned a lot. A local government is not the easiest sphere of government to operate from. I've always said it is over-regulated with all of the compliance issues. But local government is also where the rubber hits the road. That is where people can judge any political party. So once again, Leader, I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve as the mayor of the city of Cape Town.
We now across to political analyst Professor Tinyiko Maluleke, who now joins us via the phone line. Very good afternoon to you, Professor. We thank you for your time this afternoon. Initially, your reaction to the announcement this afternoon?
Well, you know, my initial reaction, Shante, is that how different this could have been had the DA had this same press conference 1 year ago, 6 months ago. How much damage the party and the brand could have saved itself from. Because what we've seen today is two brands, really, the DA brand and the Patricia de Lille brand. And my sense is that the Patricia de Lille brand emerged victorious today.
Yeah, definitely. Just having a look at some of the charges that were actually put against Patricia, that including of unreporting of irregularities, financial loss matters that the DA had alleged against her with regards to reasonable remedial and corrective steps to make sure that the city performed its functions. And then today we hear Patricia de Lille coming forward saying that no, these allegations against her have been dropped and that they have reached a resolution. What are we actually looking at behind the decision that was made?
You see, Shante, this is the heart of the climb down of the DA, at least at two levels. One, the DA agreed to drop all charges, which charges Patricia de Lille has been saying were trumped up all along, which charges even some of the courts have implied that these charges, some of them at least, did not comply even with the DA constitution itself. So for the DA today to agree to dropping of these charges, you know, for a neutral, it looks as if perhaps these charges were never serious charges in the first place. But the second climb down for the DA is that we know that for a long time, the DA has been seeking to end the membership of Patricia de Lille. So desperate were they to end her membership of the party that they even bypassed their own constitution, according to the court ruling. And yet today, we had the leader of the DA pronounce it himself that Patricia de Lille remains a member of the DA. And for her to remain a member of the DA after all of this is a sign that this is a small victory for the individual versus an institution.
Definitely. We do believe that she will be staying DA member, well, at least for now, as she transitions over this 3-month period to the 31st of October. But what sort of relationship are we going to be seeing between the two parties? It is already strained.
We don't know for sure whether she will stay a DA member going forward. But what she had intended was to leave, if she does leave the party, and she has said so herself, with her integrity intact, without any question hanging over her head. And I think she has partially achieved that now. I think that if this relationship goes on, Mmusi Maimane will have to take the reins of the party and take leadership of the Federal Council in a slightly better manner than he has done over this matter. Because what we saw today was the face of a humbler DA, which has really messed up over this matter for a long time. Maimane himself did admit to this. So if this relationship is going to work, I think that Maimane will have to take full reign of leadership, especially of the Federal Council, and they will have to look for a role for Patricia de Lille that is almost equal, if not better, than that of Mayor. And I don't know that there is sufficient goodwill within the DA for that to happen.
Now, Professor Mmusi Maimane, as well as outgoing Mayor of Cape Town, Patricia de Lille, was citing there one of the main reasons behind the decision was to have this in the best interests of the country, and having a look at the governance issues that Cape Town is facing, as well as being so close to elections 2019. Was this in the best interests of society?
I think ultimately and effectively it is probably in the best interest of the country, but that is not because the DA and over this matter has always put the best interest of the country up front. I think this is it's a late, if you like, a late account of putting the interest of the country. Because if you want to put the interest of the country up front, you don't drag a matter such as this for this long. If you want to put the interest of the country up front, you don't bypass your own constitution in the zeal to get rid of someone. If you want to put the best interest of the country, you don't put your mayoral council into this untenable situation for so long as the DA has allowed to happen. So I think this best interest of the country is a phrase that politicians throw around from time to time, and most of the time they mean it, but this time around we have every reason to be skeptical.
Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Some post-analysis there from Professor Tinyiko Maluleke on the decision and the announcement just made earlier this afternoon that DA member and Cape Town Mayor Patricia de Lille will only be a Cape Town Mayor up until the 31st of October, as she announced her resignation this afternoon.